Corla, this is a deeply unfair budget. It's a shameful budget, and it's a budget that attacks the most vulnerable in society. It hits the poorest people in society. It hits the working poor, it hits Middle Ireland, it hits the elderly, and it hits children. And there were the alternatives of taxing wealth and taxing high earners. The government refused to take those alternatives. They preferred to attack the most vulnerable in our society. And probably the most shameful cut in this budget is the attack on children. We know from Central Statistics Office figures that 200,000 children in this country live in poverty and that 500 children are homeless. Yet we have a Minister for Social Protection, an odd name, I have to say, who cuts €10 from the first and second child, €18 per month from the third child, and come the 1st of January 2014, €30 from the fourth child. And that is against the background of Labour in government. And I am reading now from an ad put in by the Labour Party in the elections in 2011. Labour protect child benefit. It has been cut too much already, Taoiseach. Labour is against Fine Gael's latest proposal to cut child benefit by €252 per annum for the average family. Families need Labour in government. That's what you told families in the 2011 election, Taoiseach. Shame on you and shame on the Labour Party. This is an absolute disgraceful and shameful attack on families, and it shows that the Labour Party has absolutely nothing in common with the Labour Party of the past, with James Connolly or Jim Larkin or any of the founders of the party. The budget hits almost every other section in society. Carers, people who are looking after people with disabilities, are cut in their respite care grant. There's attacks on the elderly and the electricity, gas and telephone allowance household package schemes. There's a shameful attack on low-income families who are working, on the working poor, with the abolition of the €127 allowance, PRSI allowance. There's the property tax, or family home tax as it should be called. It's a huge attack on families. It's a huge attack on the 160,000 mortgage holders who are in distress, on the half of mortgage holders who are in negative equity, on local authority tenants who are being hit now for the first time under this tax. And of course it bears no relationship to ability to pay. The increase in prescription charges and in the drug scheme are also an attack on the elderly. The whole approach of this budget, Ceann Comhairle, is absolutely wrong. It's more austerity, more cuts, and more taxes, and that has failed, and is quite blatantly and patently failed. It's clear from the government's own figures that in relation to job creation, which this budget should be all about, that this government, since it came to power, has actually destroyed jobs. In the year to the 30th of June of this year, the government's own figures show that 33,400 net jobs were lost in the economy. It shows this, and again, these are Central Statistics Office figures. It shows that in the quarter to the 30th of September of this year, 5,800 net jobs were lost. And built into this budget is a loss of jobs this year, no increase in jobs next year, and a very modest increase in jobs in 2015. And of course, that's only a target. What we need is a complete change of approach. We need to stop the austerity. We need to tax the wealthy, and there is huge wealth in this society. We need to stop paying the debt. €9 billion will go out of this country next year in the payment of debt. We were told that that would stop as well. Remember, burn the bondholders and not a single cent for the banks. And we need direct creation of jobs by the state, because there is a huge job, there's a huge job strike and investment strike by very wealthy people in this country. I also want to say that I believe that the trade union movement has a particular responsibility in relation to this year's budget. And I want to ask, can Labour-affiliated trade unions stand over this shameful budget which attacks the working poor, workers and the most vulnerable in society? And I would call on these unions to disaffiliate from the Labour Party and to call a conference to start a real Labour Party like Connolly and Larkin did in my hometown in Clonmel in 1912.
Now call on Deputy Catherine Murphy.
Thank you.